Last week on the White Knuckle Web Show, I finally got a crack at the elusive Tom Petty, and the rest is history. On this week's show, I will continue my quest for buck number 2 on my own home farm. Let's do it.
I don't know if it could be any prettier out here this morning, between the birds and the trees. Beautiful cold sunrise. This is my first hunt since old Tom Petty, and it's also the first hunt really on my property. Cool view here tonight. I can see way out behind me, and then up top here where I'm hunting, I've got corn, good observation post. Hopefully I see something. I haven't hunted this spot, this property at all, so. I can't say how weird this year feels without Kyle here to start off and killing a buck early. Everyone's unique, I guess, right? Who am I to complain? Usually about this time is when I start complaining because we haven't had an opportunity, we're not seeing anything, yada yada. So, anyway, I'm pretty lucky to be sitting out here in the woods right now. A lot of guys are sitting at work. Just at first light, we had a doe come right past the blind, never even looked at the blind. So I'm pretty excited to see what might come next. A couple different shooter bucks that we're going after. One I'm calling the Night Fox, and he's a fat deer. I love him, he's huge. Then there's another buck called Fatty, and he's a 5-year-old. That's nice. I'm pretty sure we might get a crack at one of these deer, so. We hunted this morning. We had a cold front come through. Didn't see much, not much activity at all. So we are sitting in the ground line. My cousin-in-law, Evan, is with us tonight. Have you been, you went hunting with us once?
Yes.
And we didn't see anything.
No.
We're hoping to change that tonight. We're out sitting on one of my food plots. There's food all around us. But everything's been left alone, and that's what is so important. It seems like the further and further you get in November, if you can keep fresh spots to be able to move into all the time, that's such a big difference. So here we are. Let's hope it works. I'm gonna let that one walk, I think. Yeah, he's got a kicker off the back there. He's got some pretty good mass. Heavy spike. Pretty much deer all around us. And we've got little bucks chasing does. There's does over here. There's bucks over here now. So everything, the stage is set perfect. We just need a big mature deer to show up. And usually they don't show up until right at last light, so I think we got Katie's buck coming. just passed Katie's buck at 40 yards. And I don't know, he's a beautiful deer. I'd love to kill him because he's mature. He's 5 years old. He's never going to be a big buck, but man, he just was a little bit too far and it was a little too late. So he gets a pass, but we got some cool footage of him. Why don't you pick on somebody your own size? We got in here after blowing a roost of turkeys out above the tree stand here. I hope it's going to be worth it because this is my best spot on my property. It's on the backside of the sanctuary, and I have not been in here all season yet. I think it's like the 8th of November or something today, so first time in, middle of the rut, and I'm just praying a big old mature buck is calling this home, and we might get to meet him this morning. Something you don't see every day. I am out in a new crumbline. I just brushed in. I knocked some more corn down because all the deer were down on the side the last time I hunted 2 nights ago, including one of my big shooters, Fatty. And they were in this corn I had been sitting up on my standing beans, and man, every deer came to the corn. So now it snowed. I don't know if that's going to change anything or not, but I can already see I'm going to probably have all the deer up right in front of my other blind. It's epic conditions. We should have a lot of deer out in this field. It's windy, cold, snowy. We had 2 or 3 inches of snow at least. Strong cold winds. Should be perfect night. So.
I think one big misconception about watching my hunts is in regard to the hunting pressure around my farms. I don't see a ton of mature buck activity during daylight, due to the amount of education that has happened on my own farm and on the surrounding farms. Even when I leave whole areas alone, the mature bucks just don't walk around that much during daylight. I mean, very rarely, once or twice a year. I am just not that lucky. But I do the best I can with what I have to work with, just like you, I expect. That's part of the rush and challenge when it finally does happen in a competitive area.
Set up here in a spot I haven't hunted yet this year. I got a couple of adjacent food plots that I can see from here, but got just one of these oddball spots. I thought I might be able to catch one of these bucks in the morning. I think I've been patterned on my food plots during evening hunts, so with an east wind, this spot will work. I'm hoping. There's a couple bedding areas by, so maybe I'll get lucky and catch one cruising. We have Thanksgiving holiday coming up, so this is my last morning hunt until, actually my last hunt until about a week from now.
This rut has been tough. I honestly only had a couple sightings of mature bucks during daylight, but what can you do? I was going to hunt until the end of my season and do what I could to make something happen. I would end up finishing the early season without getting a crack at a big buck, and that's hunting. I'm just happy to share the reality of my chase. Next show, the corn gobbler is up.
Covert scouting cameras are not only good to capture wildlife, but because of their quality, many professional photographers use them as well.
Okay, work it, okay. Okay, give me a little bit more. All right, so you're gonna have to stay still, but also move enough so the camera will get activated. Okay, now turn, tilt a little bit like that. Okay, perfect, perfect. Let me come over here. All right, smile, that's it right there, smile. I think we got it.
I really like the setup that I got going with my trail cameras. I'm really happy with the covert video that I get out of the trail cameras. You know, it's just almost like you're sitting on a stump, you know, 10 feet from the animal taking the video with my big camera. It's so good. It's just unbelievable the footage that you can get in video mode with that setup.
Their trigger speed and the quality of the pictures are great. Their customer service is super. Anytime I've ever had an issue, even on a camera that's 4 years old, they've replaced it or fixed it, repaired it.
I run a lot of different cameras, and then finally we got hooked up with Covert, and now I finally got a camera that works. I can't say enough about the quality of the photos, the trigger speed, everything. You know, there's so much that gets caught up in trigger speed and all that. All I know is when deer walks in front of a covert, it takes the picture. It's a good picture too.